they supposed to be big or small? Are you supposed to bend your knee or keep it absolutely straight? Do I keep both hips glued to the mat, or am I supposed to rotate and spiral and twist my spine? Do those Pilates leg circles have you running in circles? Hi, I'm Aubrey, and today we're getting hip. Whether you practice Pilates or not, it's always a good idea to learn how to use your body better. So when we do the leg circle, we're gaining strength and flexibility in your hip. But if you're experiencing clicks, pains, or maybe you're feeling nothing at all, then it's time to take a closer look. Back in 1945, when Joseph Pilates wrote his book Return to Life, he said of the exercise single leg circle, raise the hip when it crosses to the other side. And you can see this in this footage from 1932 of a Pilates class that Joe taught at Jacob's Pillow to a group of dancers. Notice that full range of motion and that spinal twist when the leg crosses the body. Today it's chain. This Pilates mat exercise can be performed many different ways for different benefits. Beware of anyone who says there's only one right way to do this exercise. Let's take a look at a few of the different ways that you can improve your hip flexibility and strength with your anatomy awareness. Let's look inside and see what's going on. This is a femur, your thigh bone. It has a nice round ball at the end of it. This connects with a hip socket in your pelvis. So when you're doing a leg circle and not moving the pelvis, you're gaining range and flexibility in all of that joint. If you choose to lift your hip, you'll be doing a rotation in your spine. The advantage of keeping your pelvis stable is creating efficiency of movement in your hip joints and strengthening and stabilizing your spine. On the other hand, spinal rotation is healthy movement for your low back, and it also creates strength in your obliques, part of the core. It all comes down to awareness. If you know what you're doing and why, it's all good. If you feel pain or hear clicks in your hip, that means that your hip flexors or quadriceps are probably working overtime. So it's a good idea to keep your knees slightly bent or to use a TheraBand to prevent any pain and to learn how to use your hip flexors less. Lie on your back with one hand on your knee and the other hand on your opposite hip. Stir the head of the femur in the hip socket. Try to relax the quadriceps completely. See if you can move the knee without moving the pelvis. When you use the TheraBand, make sure that you stabilize the opposite leg. That's your strengthening. And then release the hip that's moving. You're doing two things at once. Really good for coordination and mind. Now let's compare both versions on the mat. The first way I learned originally, just move your leg and keep the back stable. Good for strengthening hip flexors. Now rotate the spine like Joe did. Work those deep obliques each time you bring your spine back to the mat. I hope that cleared up the question of to lift or not to lift. The answer is they're both good as long as you're aware of what you're doing. Remember, Pilates is complete control of your mind over your body. Try these suggestions and see if that gives you more freedom and less pain in your leg circles. If you're new to this, please come on over to the website, MayaAubreyPilates.com, and sign up for the weekly newsletter. Remember, motion is lotion for your joints, so let's keep those hips moving.
Somehow you know there's much more